Happy New Year, paranormal community, and thank you for spending the last weekend of 2025 here with us. Or if you're watching this after the New Year, I guess that just became you know irrelevant. But thank you anyway, regardless of what time you're watching this. I'm your host, who apparently can't introduce himself. uh, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it at that. It just seems awkward now. But you,
it's just one of those days.
yes. But you, I can introduce because I haven't gotten that far yet. My wonderful co-host, Mr. Anthony Hernandez.
Good morning and thank you.
Ending the year strong, apparently. But I think I'm thrown a little bit. So I was showing this to Anthony right before we got on, and it literally showed up at my doorstep during a blizzard. So thankfully, FedEx, I guess, works 7 days a week, and so does Amazon. UPS does not. So, but Minnesota and the Twin Cities is currently going through a wonderful blizzard. And I don't know exactly when it started this morning, but there's already like an inch on the ground. We're supposed to get like 7 to 10 or something like that. But anyway, wow. My package showed up literally as I was about to get on the air with everybody. And we have a one of those fat burning ab stimulators, which I bought because I'm lazy.
My prediction, I was going to say, my prediction for this is it will be a nice torture device to add to your collection.
We shall see. Apparently, I have a life of pain and suffering that I need to continue with, but I'm thrown because I was telling Anthony that I thought it'd be funny if I turned it on for the first time while on the air, because I have no idea how much this is going to hurt. And I'm so saddened. I think it's funny and so sad because I'm gonna make it work. But I'm too fat for this device. It's got a belt. It's like it's like a championship belt in wrestling. In fact, I think that's probably who designed it. and apparently, at least sitting down, I'm sure if I stood up and it was like sucked it in. But yeah, apparently I'm too fat for this device. So thank you, universe. That was a 4 a.m. I'll get it.
Insult to injury there.
Pretty much. I don't even know if I think I had it upside down. But anyway, I don't know how it works yet. I haven't looked at it. I vowed, especially since I was going to be putting like electrical current into my body, that I would actually read. Oh, look, the instructions is like 1 page.
Yeah.
Good luck to you. I think that. Wait, question. Why do I feel local tingling? Because you're watching the Odyssey Files. Sorry, that is actually the question that's on here, but that's not the answer. That's my answer. So
I've actually seen people put those things on. So
you have or you haven't?
I have. I've seen someone put one of those on for the first time, and that's why I said you should record your reaction to it, because it freaked that guy out. And start on the low setting.
I'm gonna be like Tony Stark and Iron Man. Let's start at 10%. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe we should have done that at 1%. But yeah. So I'll let everybody know how that goes coming up. But obviously Christmas just happened. I had my family Christmas yesterday. Because apparently, like I thought, the only family I have left, obviously beside my team, is my sister and my nephew. And I thought that they were going up north to visit her husband's mother. So my sister's mother. I'm like, okay, no biggie. We'll do it, next Saturday or whatever, which was yesterday. Nope. Apparently, they just wanted to go up to Brainerd to a water park for Christmas, which I apparently was not invited to. So, yay. How was your Christmas, Mr. Hernandez?
It was okay. Uh, Went over to family and in-laws and stuff and hung out and played games and ate food and then came home. So it was okay.
So, a
Nothing
normal
real
Texas Christmas.
normal Texas Christmas. No snow. It was like I think 80 degrees outside. It was
Yes.
warmer than
Yes.
normal, but yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely could get away with shorts and stuff on Christmas.
Gotcha. Well, I hope everybody's Christmas was amazing. So, this episode, the end of the year extravaganza, is pretty much going to be a bullshit session. And try and bring up topics, obviously, that we've talked about throughout the year. Obviously, Anthony is obsessed with Discovery uh, or Disclosure. I'm sorry, not Discovery, Disclosure. And
Kind of discovery, but yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, but it's Discovery of Disclosure. And I don't really keep up on it. Obviously, you do, like by a
Oh yeah.
lot. I think you probably have notifications like "Ding, Louise," Alzheimer's or whatever his name is. Uh, uh, you know, just said something in public. I'm sure you got that going on. But
It's not that bad, but yeah.
um, every week, when we talk about what we want to do in the next week, you're like, well, this person just said this and this person just said that, and I'm like, no, I don't, I don't care. But now you have Steven Spielberg again doing another Alien movie, um,
Yeah.
which I guess
Did
I
you watch the
didn't really.
trailer?
I have watched the trailer because we talked
Okay.
about it.
Oh, that's
Um,
right.
And because what I found interesting about that trailer was one, Emily Blunt is in it. Did not see that one coming. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind her as an actress in any way, shape, or form. I was just kind of surprised that I would see an actress of her caliber in a
Oh
movie
no.
about uh Discovery or whatever. But
Disclosure. Yeah.
Disclosure. I don't know why I keep calling it Discovery. Disclosure. Um, that was a little off, not off putting, but it was surprising. Like I really just did not expect that because it's such a I don't want to it's such a fringe topic. Like
I think
you would
that's part of the I think that's part of the reason that he's doing the film is to kind of bring it out into the general public more, kind of turn the light on.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean you get a director like Steven Spielberg doing a movie at all anymore. It it's going to be you're going to expect quality with it.
I mean, he only
But
worked with J. Allen Hynek and Jacques Vallée for Close Encounters, so he's been into the
what
subject since then.
well and even which came first, paranormal or not paranormal?
Poltergeist,
No, no, did he do Poltergeist too?
yes,
Oh wow,
that's where
then yeah.
yeah he got the story from the I can't remember, it's the Kentucky family that had the gremlins attack and everything like that, and he was going to turn that into a movie, but then he decided to split it in two and turned it into Poltergeist and then ET for the kid friendly kind of version of the story.
Then he's got even more into it than I thought, because I don't know why I didn't know he did Poltergeist. I but E.T. Encounters of the Third Kind,
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Close Encounters of the Third. My mind is I'm tired, so, and I'm again off put by the fact that I'm too fat for fat burning uh, electrical currents, um, but I knew he did ET. I knew he did Close Encounters. Now he's doing Disclosure Day, and I didn't even put anything the poll, but he really doesn't. Nobody in the paranormal field talks about Steven Spielberg. Like
No.
if you do like Dan Aykroyd,
Oh
like
yeah, because he's very
a
vocal
lot.
about it.
He's very vocal about it. Like he owns all of the footage of the air above O'Hare. You know, like the whole, all the footage that people took from the alien or from the space UFO sighting at O'Hare Airport. He owns it all. Like he bought it all.
Yeah, I'm not.
And
That doesn't surprise me.
well, no, it doesn't. I mean, it did at the time, but I didn't know at that moment how much into the paranormal and especially UFOs he is. So I mean, yeah, he's very vocal about it. You never hear Steven Spielberg talk about UFOs or talk about the supernatural, or at least I haven't.
No, he
But yet
doesn't
he's
really
done,
openly talk about it.
yeah. But yet he does all these great films about the supernatural and about UFOs and alien encounters and stuff. And now you have Disclosure Day coming up. I wonder why that is. I mean, have you ever seen him do an interview about that? His
No,
interest at all?
I've never seen him come out and say it. The only interviews that he did were, I think, in the '80s, and that was where he talked about getting his inspiration from the Kentucky event for Poltergeist and ET. And I mean, other than that, he's very quiet about that stuff. I did think it was I was happy to see the trailer though, because I was happy to see that he included at least what I think is remote viewing or that those kind of programs and stuff like that for telepathy and all that other stuff in there.
It Maybe I didn't look at it that closely, although I don't doubt it at all. But yeah, like this just seems to be an everything type movie. And but the thing that there's two takeaways that I took away from the trailer, and I talked to you. I think I might have talked to you about both of them, but I know one for sure. But right away, everybody's calling this a horror movie. We wouldn't, but like
Yeah,
when I
I
saw
don't.
online, like people like posting it, they're like, "Oh, it's a horror movie now. I'm scared," and I'm like we've talked about on the show before whether that's the point of what they're going to try to do. Are they going to try to make people welcome it, or are they going to try to make people like if it happens, everybody's going to freak and demand, we nuke them and all this other stuff?
I wouldn't. I would imagine they're going to portray the government as the bad guys. Just my guess on the film. Um, I don't really think it's a dark horror type thing. Maybe people are freaking out because of the birds and stuff, but the cardinals and the deer actually have Native American significance, so it's actually a good thing. They're actually messengers and stuff like that in the Native American cultures. So it yeah, I don't think it's going to be a horror. It action drama probably, but I don't know about horror.
I would assume that it's going to depend on how it ends.
Yes.
I don't care if everybody's losing their shit during the whole entire movie, as long as at the end it's like we're shaking hands and we're all getting along. I don't know if that's exactly what'll happen, but
it'll end with that alleged footage from, I can't think of the name of the base now. Anyway, there was a base that a UFO supposedly landed at and came out and talked to the Air Force people, and there's supposed to be a tape of this thing.
I can't imagine that if that literally actually happened, there's no way that it didn't have like 17 different cameras on it. But interesting. And the other takeaway from the trailer, and I pointed this out to you, that I had mentioned this during the show that you, Dave, and I did. Yeah, okay. I thought I said that wrong. My apologies. But the three of us did, and I had said that disclosure was going to be coming soon when the Pope starts changing the way he talks about it. Yeah. When he starts talking about all races, all species from this planet of the universe are all, God's children. God made us all, not just humans. And then during the trailer, you have that nun saying, why would God create this universe, this vast, vast universe, and then only have us?
Yeah.
Only have us in it. And I'm like, yeah, it's starting. I like, because when you have the church now starting to change the way they talk about it, they're doing what they always do. They're adjusting, and they're changing for social norms. They're like, this is going to happen. We already know it's going to happen. Let's get people ready so that nobody freaks out and we're still the ones in charge.
Yeah, they need to pivot to keep the role that they have.
Yeah. And it's going to be, we are the messengers of God on earth.
Yes.
These are the messengers of God for their own individual planets. That's pretty much how it's going to turn out to be. So I am looking forward to, one, the movie, the two, the reaction to it worldwide.
Yes.
And how much further after that.
Yeah, they said in 2 days that trailer had over 17 million views. So
yeah, there's a lot of interest in it. In fact, I was looking over our abysmal views on YouTube, but like our September 9th congressional show, that's gotten some good ones. Our UFO UAP disclosure type thing does as well. There's people who are very interested, and I'm looking for videos like every day to see, like you.
Oh yeah.
Like-minded Anthony's out there.
The truth is out there.
Yes, it is out there. We know where it is. We just can't get to it.
Correct.
So, technically it should be the truth is over there. Like that should be, it's not like we don't know where the truth is. At least we don't, but I digress.
Well, no, they said a couple of locations in the hearings and stuff that I was shocked that they actually did, but like there was I think Knapp named, it was Knapp or Corbell, and that could have been the interview after the hearings where they named Lockheed Martin, and they named the specific facility in California where they're supposed to have exotic materials.
I think it's coming to the point where it doesn't matter anymore. Like, I was
gonna say, there's been leaks now where there's a couple of things that have been legislation that could be put in place to kind of tighten the seal on the box to keep it from opening all the way. And there's whistleblowers and other people that haven't come out publicly yet that have said that if they try to do that stuff, they're going to force hard disclosure, and it will be a messy thing. It won't be a nice thing.
I agree that might actually be the case. Sorry, reading. I still want to put this on during the show, so I may be distracted here once or twice, but
Oh, no worries.
But yeah, these, oh, sorry, it's the actual. I dropped him. Boy, oh boy, I just hear my phone going off like crazy in my room. Nobody ever wants to get a hold of me, like ever.
I always hate that because I don't usually do a lot of talking on my phone either, and it's like, unless it's an emergency, and then it starts blowing up, and you start going, okay, what's going on?
Or unless I'm busy doing this. I mean, it's the universe messing with me, is what it is. In fact, I have, as soon as we're done with this topic, I have an amusing anecdote to share with you about a recent. I'm just going to say it's an encounter with the universe at a Chinese restaurant.
That sounds interesting.
It actually is pretty fascinating. I told it to Cena last night to get her take on it, and as expected, she pretty much just laughed at me and was like, "That's too funny." which it is, because you would not expect what it is. I'm going to say, but anyway, so. Has there been, because you're the one that follows this, and you sent me that long email, even though you said it's trimmed down. And
it is trimmed down.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. But A, it's still way too long. And like I said, as soon as you start putting in a timeline, you might as well just stop. Just it's not even going to read it. But But has there been like anything, I guess, newsworthy coming out of Disclosure besides actually the trailer?
The trailer's about the biggest thing. There's been a few Space Force things that they put in place, and I can't remember the name of the satellite, but they put a satellite specifically into space that tracks small and hypersonic traveling craft between the moon and the Earth. And I wasn't aware that China or Russia had a base on the moon, that we needed to worry about something incoming from the moon to the Earth. And it's that one's part of a larger radar system to track basically all over the world, even small craft. So like drones and stuff, drone size things and stuff like that. Like I said, there's words in that defense budget that they passed that allows them to shoot down drones now too, if they are. Their new acronym is unmanned. What the hell is that stupid acronym that they came up with? Well, because I hate when it's UAP, and it's like, okay, well, why'd you change the name of it? Well, because this confuses people. I think it's like unmanned aerial vehicle or aircraft.
Well, I mean, keep in mind that if they rebrand it to what they want, then they get the narrative. I mean, UFO's been around since I've been alive. Which,
yeah, unmanned system neutralization. There's a act that they're trying to put through, which is for unmanned system neutralization and threat elimination response.
Threat elimination.
So they just want to be able to shoot them down. And I'm surprised that not a lot of people have talked about it all over the place, because it does talk about if they do down something like that, that you would not be able to FOIA request that information because of secrecy and national defense.
security.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that coming from the Department of War, says the man who wants the Nobel Peace Prize. But I digress.
Oh, and then speaking of him, there's your Golden Dome.
My Golden Dome?
The Golden Dome. That defense system that we're putting in place.
Oh, yeah. I'm just laughing that there's still a Space Force. That's all. It's just...
you should pay attention. There's some interesting stuff they're doing. A lot of things that they're saying are missile defense systems and stuff like that. If you read into them, sure don't really seem that that's all they're there for.
Shocker.
There seems to be more to them. Yeah. Specifically, like that tracking. That tracking system is supposed to track objects that are moving in excess of Mach 20. So, like, I don't know what exactly we have that does that, but
I would be surprised if they didn't say that we're tracking meteorites or something like that. Yeah,
that would have been the safe one, but then you would want it to range beyond the moon, because kind of when it gets to the moon area, you're kind of SOL for trying to do something to stop it.
You're already screwed.
Yeah.
Wait, did Atlas arrive? Like, that just suddenly went away.
3i Atlas? No, it's
3.
So I will say I was going to bring that up as well, because everyone and their brother keeps talking about that thing, and I'm kind of the opinion that it's just an interstellar object. So the weird part about it is that they've done, at least the spectral analysis that they've done so far, is it contains nickel and no iron, which usually that's a manufacturing process. You don't usually get nickel without iron and iron without nickel. That's just weird. So it's not normal. Now, it could be because this is the third object from interstellar space that we've seen. So it's kind of hard to say what the norm is for something like that, since this is only the third one that we've seen. But the other thing is,
it hasn't arrived yet.
Well, it's gotten the closest from us. The thing is, the trajectory is exhibiting abnormal behavior that does not feed into gravitational pull. It's only propulsion. I think March is when it's supposed to hit the Jupiter area, and at that point they're looking for it for the trajectory to change, and if it changes, that will kind of confirm that that's not a natural object. But that's as it's leaving.
So it's already been here and gone, and now it's on its way back out?
Yeah, it's already past us. Or it's passing us.
People were saying that we were supposed to be able to see it in the sky for weeks.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe at some specific point on Earth at this specific time to that specific time. Like, I don't know, maybe like the space station, but nothing. It's not like it's going to be like the moon.
Well,
so there'll be a dot, maybe.
Interesting, because maybe people were making it up. Shocker. But, there are people saying it was supposed to pass between here and the moon, that we were supposed to be able to see it for weeks. It was going to light up the sky. You're going to be able to see it easy. And
I want to say that's those clickbait people.
I never clicked on it, but I read it as I scrolled through, as I practiced for your emails. Were you looking it up?
Yeah, because that just sounds not true.
Oh, well, I'm sure it wasn't.
Yeah, not visible to the naked eye from Earth. Yeah, you'd have to have a a really good telescope or uh, really kick-ass binoculars, probably government stuff to see it. But it's going to look like a dot unless you really have a super high-powered university type mounted telescope that you can zoom into it.
I'll be damned. Okay, well, I guess it's a good thing I never was all that interested.
Well, there's a
I mean,
lot of people overhype that thing. I think there's like people that almost put out daily shows on that thing and about how it's an artificial probe and all this other stuff that
oh yeah,
it's weird enough. You don't have to make it up.
No, you really don't. And I do believe the Star Trek probe, from the voyage home was brought up. I'm sure people did a lot of searches for humpback whales. make sure they're still in existence. But yeah. Okay, well, then I guess that's not as interesting as I thought it was.
It's interesting, and that it's interstellar. It's the third one. The makeup is definitely not normal, or at least not normal to what we know normal to be. So it could be just because this is something from so far away that we don't have any. Like I said, there's only been two other ones. So how do you really, out of three times, you go, okay, well, this is the norm? Be like, no, you need more than that to call it normal.
Yes, you would. I mean, I guess then the question is, how many does it take? And if they're all different, how do you classify it as normal to begin with?
I would think at least you need at least a pool of 5 or more to at least get some sort of commonalities between them and start seeing what the norm is between those things.
When was the last one? When was number 2?
That was I can't remember how to say that name. Oumuamua.
sounds Samoan.
I think it's Hawaiian, but yeah. So
that is Samoan.
Yeah, kind of. It is. Yeah, I thought about it for a second.
Oh, okay. So nothing really new has happened in the whole disclosure thing, except for the trailer.
Yeah, no, nothing's really happening right now. Umu was 2017. Borisov was 2019, which was a comet, and now we have Atlas. So, like I said, this is only the third interstellar object that we've seen.
So we had 2 years, and then we have 7 years between ones. Okay. Wow, we got all the way to 27. We got all the way to 2017 without one period that we know of.
Yes. Yeah, and that we were able to observe.
And now we've had 3 in the last 10 years.
Yes, which is weird. You can just say it's weird because it doesn't. There's no other way to say it than that.
That's weird.
That's weird.
You gotta do Travis Taylor right there. That's weird.
That's just weird.
That's just weird. Welcome to the paranormal, baby. I can't wait till he's like, that's factual. Like that's what I want him to say next.
Well, I was going to say that they have their the ceramic stuff that they've been finding, drilling into the mesa over there. So that's not natural.
I missed the entire last season.
Okay. There's a couple
which bothers me a lot.
There's a couple of drone things that they did, which sparked reactions from orbs, and they when they dug into the mesa over there, they found a ceramic material that is what we would use it for, is shielding for the space shuttles and the rockets and stuff like that. So not natural, didn't occur in nature.
Did they find more of it, or just that one piece? They found more of it.
they started finding more of it, and that's when they stopped drilling because they didn't want to damage. Which I always like Oak Island. One of the things where they drill the hell out of everything. It's like, if there was treasure there, you're drilling the shit out of it.
Yeah, that shit gonna be
So
rusty.
they actually stopped it at Skinwalker. So they've got the two tubes and they've got a way to put the instruments in there, but they didn't want to make the holes any bigger because they started running into more the ceramic materials.
Weren't they gonna put cameras and stuff down there? And they haven't done that yet.
At least not on the TV show. No,
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
launched their satellite, and then they've been kind of quiet about, and they've installed some new cameras and stuff like that on the ranch. I'm assuming for like the next season or something.
Honestly, it seems like there's two things going on there: what they're actually doing and what they're putting on the show.
Oh yeah, because there's more. If you get the off-air interviews and stuff like that, there's a lot more paranormal stuff that happens, and they're just trying to. I think they feel like the public can handle, for whatever reason, UFOs and stuff like that. But you start talking about cryptids and poltergeists and shadow things, and people are like, nope, nope, that's too much. UFOs I'm good with, Bigfoot and animals and things, nope.
It's amazing. It's amazing where people will draw their lines and say, this is good, we can believe in this, but this, which is just right next door, can't exist.
Can't have that. Yeah, that's too far. With Bigfoot, nope.
Well, speaking of Bigfoot, big shout out to Mrs. Scott Shea for the new hat. Got me for Christmas. So figured I would wear it on today's show. I did not know that it would put a hole in my head though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks weird.
For the
That's weird.
That's weird. Except
However,
it's
it highlights
not.
Bigfoot, so it's
just-
kind of cool.
Exactly. I don't get it because there's no green in it. It's just more.
Is it
orange
blue?
and No. Wait. No.
Oh.
No, it's not blue. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway. So. Oh, my amusing anecdote. My. If we're done talking about Bigfoot, because shocker, 2025 still hasn't been found.
So there's been a couple of things that came out through this year, where they've been taking eDNA, which is environmental DNA, and they've gotten at least in Texas and in the UK, and I want to say up somewhere by you in Minnesota, they've gotten results that it doesn't match anything in the DNA database. So some sort of cryptid.
Shocker! Like we've known this for years. There's nothing new. It's different versions of the same shit.
Yeah, true.
Over and over and over again. And I can't help but I keep going back to I can't remember if somebody on the show said it or if it was just somebody just in the field. But it starts for me with Chris Rock, great comedian, but he was doing a bit way back in the 90s about diseases and how like we weren't ever going to cure a disease again. And he's like, because he's like, what was the last disease? He was like polio, which apparently we're good with bringing back, apparently. And he's like, they're never going to cure a disease because there's no money in the cure. Money's in the medicine. He's like, what they're going to do is they're going to find a way for you to live with it.
Lower the symptoms just enough to be bearable and you to get through and keep paying me. Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, and I can only imagine that that's why they're trying to bring back polio, because that's another medicine. We can't have the cure. We got to have the medicine. But so with that said, somebody had, again, can't remember who the hell it was, but said like all of the Bigfoot shows that you see now are never, ever, ever going to find Bigfoot. Ever. Because if they find it, the show's over.
Yes.
So they're going to keep finding the symptoms. They're going to keep finding the signs. And that's all that seems to ever be happening. And now they're doing, eDNA. You still haven't found shit. You found another sign. You found another clue to his existence. It still hasn't been found.
What if it's interdimensional or something like that, where it's not just because you see it here doesn't mean it stays here.
Well, right.
Which is why you can't find.
You and I both agree. We're both in agreement that I definitely think that Bigfoot is more of an interdimensional being than it is a cryptid that it just hasn't been found here on Earth.
Yeah.
Like as long as you're open-minded enough, because there's a lot of people who draw the line at interdimensional, there can't be something like that. So, I mean, as long as you're open-minded enough to think that that may be a possibility, it makes more sense based on the evidence and just or lack thereof. That makes more sense as to what Bigfoot is.
Well, I was going to say, look how long they've been looking for Loch Ness. They've done eDNA there now, and they know that there is some unknown eel species that is in there, but they can't find it.
And, if I hate to use movie references, but sometimes movie references just turn out to be completely real. And I have seen, like, there's some sort of scientific theory that it's correct about Hollow Earth. Who's to say that Champ and Loch Ness and Nessie are not the same flipping thing? They just go from their summer house to their, to their winter house. I mean, who's to say that it's not the exact same plesiosaur or whatever the hell they think it might be? That just
getting around.
It just goes through these tunnels and stuff and can go wherever he wants, in the world.
I would say that's crazy, but then, like, I don't know if you keep up much with the space stuff, but like even this year that Planet 9 thing is resurfaced again, that they think that there could be a ninth planet out there somewhere. So, like, I mean, that is, I don't know how you lose a planet, but
after everything that you have brought to me and the show since you've been my co-host, for you to say that's crazy, like something that's got to be out of this, like just not even in the ballpark for you.
Well, because the Planet 9 thing has always been kind of out there. It's always been that, I don't know if that I am rethinking the whole crazy conspiracy stuff, because the more you dig into some things, if you actually do the research into them, you'll find, what they're calling a conspiracy is the same thing they did for the UFO by making you have the tinfoil hat and saying you were just some hick that didn't know what you were looking at and all that. So there's a lot of truth to some of those things, but they have a really good PR game that they put on the hiding it and discrediting people.
Yep. You broke up through that entire thing for me, so I'm hoping that didn't show up.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I think this blizzard is obviously because people don't probably know this, but I'm back in my office in the house. I did a couple shows out in the trailer, and all of my Wi-Fi is run from my trailer now, even in the house. And so I think the storm is probably messing with the Wi-Fi signal. Yeah, messing with the Wi-Fi.
I could see that.
but that's okay. So anyway, I want to get to my story
Okay.
because so I'm going to try to make this quick because there's some context to it. Um, so long time listeners to the show know that I work for UPS. I drive for UPS, and 6 months this past year since the economy took a shit and bad decisions I think made by the company, but that's neither here nor there. Uh, I was furloughed for 6 months, got brought back for peak. Now in a couple weeks I'm being furloughed again, and so I got a decision to make because I got three options. One, UPS is offering buyouts again, second round of buyouts, and I guess there's a lot of drivers and stuff who are interested in it because they're offering even more money than round one. That happens in early February, and the drivers who take it are done March 1st. So I could be brought back permanently as early as March 1st. Just have to wait for it. My second option is to go to the job that I wanted before this past furlough, which was FedEx, doing pretty much the exact same thing that I'm doing now for a pretty good amount of money. Not exactly what I was making, but not far off. And got screwed out of that job by UPS, which is still hanging over my head. They still want me to work there, but I have to wait till later in February, like the last week in February. Like I think he said February 23rd or something like that, somewhere around there is what we were thinking, where I'm eligible again, where I have had a full year where I haven't had an incident in the truck. So I would have to wait till then after being furloughed to get that job. Or I could go back to Speedy where I don't want to go. Just, and I could do that right away. So anyway, those are the pretty much the last two options are the ones that I've done, but it's, do I have enough money to cover me for that 5 weeks with all, mortgage and bills and stuff. And so I've been debating how to do this. So anyway, Christmas Eve with Scott, because he's alone on Christmas. My family went to a water park without me, so I was alone on Christmas, and so we got together and hung out Christmas Eve. Went to a Chinese buffet because, of course, you do. I mean, if you're not having Christmas dinner at home, you go to a Chinese restaurant. Oh, and Scott's on right now. We'll get to that in a second. And so, like anytime you go to a Chinese restaurant, you get a fortune cookie. Had Scott choose his, grabbed mine, and I shit you not, this is the fortune that was in my fortune cookie. I can remember it literally. It said, in February, take a break and experience the beauty of life. I'm like, how do you get something so specific? Like, seriously, what? I was flabbergasted. I was laughing about it with Cena. I'm like, apparently the universe is trying some new tactics, because like that doesn't even make sense that it would come to me in December, when probably in a giant box, and say in February, which is the exact obviously timeline that I'm looking at here, and whether I need to take some time off and wait for these other, see where I can go there or start work right away. So yeah, have you ever had anything that specific to something that was going in a flippin' fortune cookie?
Not anything in writing. So no, I would say no. I've never like found a note that was like, these are your lucky numbers, and then played it and won or something like that, or those were the numbers. Yeah, that no. I've never had it been spot on like that.
I I haven't seen them in a while, but they always had the signs, like you were the
Yeah.
rat or you were the monkey and stuff. Is that what you're talking about? Like we read that, like, wow, this
Yeah.
thing I nailed it. Like, I don't think I think I'm the monkey. I think that's
Yeah. See,
my sign.
the Chinese one is I'm the boar. So
It,
yeah.
yes, yes, you are. Just kidding. Okay. Uh, so Scott wrote here, which is surprising to me because he never uh, responds or never types anything. But the idea of the planet Vulcan, which doesn't exist, I agree, was that it existed in the same orbit as the Earth, but on the opposite side of the sun, so that it could never be seen or found until space exploration was able to go to the opposite side of the sun. No, Vulcan doesn't exist, Scott. What are you talking about?
Is he saying that's what Planet X is or Planet Nine is supposed to
I
be?
think it's got to be.
Yeah, because I
So
mean I've always discounted it. I always heard that was crazy stuff, and Planet Nine. No, so I just thought it was weird that it's popped up a whole bunch this last year with saying that people saying it could exist and there might be proof for it out there.
I even saw an article about it. They're talking about like gravitational forces or something like that that keep it hidden,
Yeah,
uh, or something like that. Like no
in
sunlight
our
hits
blind
it.
spots. Yeah,
Yeah, and so it's just dark. Like the only reason that we know it's there is because there's like almost like a laser grid. Like something passes in front of the laser grid. Like you can't really see it, but you can tell by the fact that the laser gets
the light
blocked
went
out.
away.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
light went away. Um, so I think that's what they were talking about, and they're grabbing like some gravitational forces that don't exist and that shouldn't exist in that area. It's something along those lines. But
to me that just further proves we don't know everything.
we don't even come close to knowing everything. Even in the government, where they're like, we're the government, we know everything. They don't know everything. Like they know
No.
5% of what they think they do.
Yes,
Um,
there may be a few people who have more knowledge on some of that stuff, but for the most part, no. There's a lot of missing pieces to their puzzle.
yes, unless bringing it full circle, they have partnerships with alien species that tell them all about the universe.
Which there's a lot of those stories out there, and I try to stick with what can be verified, or at least what has strong proof or a strong truth and history that you can go find multiple sources that say the same things and stuff like that to it. But it, I don't know. There are stories where I forget which president it was. I think it was Nixon took what's his the honeymooners guy and showed him an actual alien body, and then he was freaked out for the rest of his life about that stuff, about seeing those things.
The honeymooners guy?
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen
He would
bits
be
and
like to the moon.
yeah, say to the moon.
Yeah,
All right, fatty, suck it in. Nope, that ain't working. I'll have to sit.
like literally, you could probably just put that thing on, hold it tight, and then turn it on, and you should feel it.
I know, but I'm not feeling anything. It's broken.
Is it touching your skin or is it touching the shirt?
Oh, it's touching the shirt. Do I need to
Yeah,
put it
touch
on the
skin.
skin?
Yeah.
Touch skin, baby. Don't worry, I won't show anybody that. That's just not good right now. I'll wait until I get the 6-pack abs for watching TV and eating Doritos. Oh, I didn't do it wrong. I'm on mode 3.
Of what?
I don't know. Oh, it like burns. It's like burning me. Why is it tingling? Well, because I'm watching the Odyssey Files. Oh, it does. Like I'm being possessed. Like it burns. It burns. Off.
The the person that I thought did it almost crumpled over because he had it on high and it contracts your muscles. So his was like, oh,
Well,
and he
that's
just
what
tried
I
to
want.
take it off.
That's what I want. I want, but I just had it on low, and I don't even know what setting because I think because this has multiple settings. Like I think one through. Sorry, I'm trying to find the battery thing. Like 1 through 3 are like massaging. Like
Yeah.
4 through
Okay. Yeah. You,
6 are like fat burning, and then like 7 through 10 is I can't remember what it is, but
I want to
and
experience
then
pain.
I would think so. Uh, so yeah, so it's vibration, massage, shaping, weight loss, fat burning, kneading, uh, massage again, acupuncture, and moxibustion. I don't even know what that second word means. Probably don't want to do it. Comprehensive, like that. It's going to make you rethink your life. I think is probably
Gonna
what they're
work you
talking
over.
about. And then mode 10 is need. What's the difference between needing and need? Like I need to like turn this thing off.
I wonder if they're like that when Mike Tyson would hit someone, he was kneading them,
Yeah, that might be it. I mean, and it's spelled like kneading, is in like you're kneading bread. You know, like it's
needing help to get it off.
that's what I'm going to need. The intensity goes from 1 to 30.
Oh my god. Yeah. So 3 was nothing.
3 was like you're burning alive. Like that. That did not feel good. I I did not. Maybe it was just like severe vibration. Maybe like that's what it was just feeling.
Yeah, because
Sensitive
it's like
there.
a tingling electric sensation thing. Because I let him put it on me, and yeah, it yeah, no.
Uh, cannot be used on the face, heart, or sensitive areas. Well, sorry, little me. You don't get to partake. Uh,
Wow.
severe mental trauma patients. Okay, are prohibited from using it. Cannot use when driving. I would assume pregnant women are prohibited from using. Yes. Use abdominal products 3 months after childbirth. Okay. Suspend the use of women's menstrual period. Interesting. Please do not use if you have allergies, skin abnormalities, or disorders. And suspend use if the skin is abnormal during use. Interesting.
You blister yourself from the electricity.
Apparently. They did give a spray, and I did not spray it. So maybe the spray, like,
That'll make the contact even more,
yeah,
is what that
yeah,
does.
yeah.
So
So we'll get into that later. I'll let everybody. The first of the year when I'm 10 pounds lighter in the stomach, we'll do it. But okay. So the only other thing that we really talked about that I would have any, I don't even know if there's even a update on the Conjuring debacle.
no,
That's all it is.
it's yeah, right now it's because it's the end of the year, court's out.
And
They're expecting some movement between the 5th and the 7th. And at least what I've seen, I think they're trying to kill his reputation and run him out of money. So he just can't afford to keep the battle going. Cause I mean, ultimately this is going to come down to, it sounds like a nasty court fight.
he'll be fine. But yeah. So anyway, any New Year's resolutions before we go?
Uh, no, not that I can think of. Work on the timeline thing for you. So it's not to give you
I
timelines.
I was gonna say your emails. I think that's a pretty good New Year's resolution to not send me those.
If it has timeline, just don't do it.
No table of contents, no
Oh,
timelines. So
I was going to say one
I'll
of the
work out.
interesting things that we didn't talk about was that they said that there's been a 50% uh, increase or a sixfold increase from 2010 to 2025 for requests for exorcisms and stuff like that going on now. That was one of the weird stories too that I saw that was in there somewhere.
I think that I saw something like that. People, it's not, relax. You're just fucked up. Yeah, it's everybody. Everybody thinks it's a demon. It's just
All I can
I
say
don't
is
know.
people who sell sage and stuff have to be killing it right now
I
because I
think they do
constantly hear
too.
that.
So I mean, I even I believe in it so much. I made a T-shirt.
It's not a demon.
It's not a demon. It's not a demon. Not as a paranormal society. It's not a demon. People love that shirt, by the way,
Because it's true.
because it is true. And the people who understand this field understand that.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of product placement in this, so done my own shirts. I've done as the fat burning weight loss thingamajigger.
So
I'll
this
give an
episode is
update.
sponsored by.
Yeah, it's episode sponsored by us. It'd be great. So hey, anybody looking, any companies out there looking for shows to sponsor in the new year, 2026? Let's talk. But no, honestly though, everybody, hope everyone had a good Christmas and a happy holidays, uh, and you have a good New Year, and a safe New Year. They're selling sage smud bundles at Walmart now. That's how bad it's gotten. Even Walmart. That's what Scott just said. So there you go. You don't need to find a metaphysical shop. Just go to your local Walmart and
Get
buy
you
some
hooked up.
sage. They'll get you hooked up.
Holy water's on aisle
This,
3.
it won't be long until they have the holy water aisle. It'd be Aquafina Holy Water Edition. Ridiculous. The commercialization of this field continues. It's just crazy. Anyways, but
And
yeah,
yet the public's not ready for talk about the spooky stuff of the UFO side. That the connection, no, too much. Even though you can go to Walmart and get your sage.
people are people are nuts. Let's just say that people are nuts, and they can easily believe that Walmart should sell sage and smudge sticks to help their house, and they'll be the first ones who be like, aliens? No way! They don't exist. They can't exist. God won't let them exist. Blah blah. Like it's hypocritical, nonsensical bullshit. The line, like I said, the line that people draw between what they can believe and what they can't.
Yeah, I'm amazed at what some people consider the bridge too far. Like, nope, got to stop here. Can't go there.
The last for an exorcism, but
Yeah, that
it's
to me that's like a
another.
whole nother level.
Yeah, the last for an exorcism, but another alien race of beings that exist outside of us, just or an interdimensional being like Bigfoot can't exist. It's got to be here on Earth. There's no such thing. Yeah, it's nuts, but that's why we're here. We're
Yeah.
here to one show at a time bring some light and clarity into everybody's lives. You're welcome. But anyway, yeah. So next year, another great year. We'll have some great shows lined up for everybody. As soon as I can get off my ass and actually reach out to people. Totally my fault. But yeah. So also head over to our YouTube page if you want, and give us a share, give us a subscription, a subscribe, or whatever. Or you can go to odysseyfilesradio.com and see all of our video shows there, because for some reason it's been up for months and months now, and I still haven't changed the RSS feed to the new server on Spreaker. But apparently I'm going to have time, because that's the beauty of life right there. Is that and Legos is to get things done. So any final words for the year, Mr. Hernandez?
No, hope everyone has a safe new year and a great new year coming up. See where everything goes.
And I'm sure by January 10th, we're all going to be wishing for 2027.
Already.
It's typically how it goes.
Actually, I was gonna say no. Actually, I'm waiting for March or Easter specifically.
Jesus God, no. Oh, it hurts so much, and I'm not even wearing this thing. The fact that I got that reference. All right, well, we're ending the show on a low note.
Oh.
Just kidding. Yeah, seriously, we'll be back next year with all kinds of brand new episodes. Yeah, stay healthy, stay safe during this new year. And I can't even believe I'm going to say this. We'll see you next year. Everyone, have a good rest of 2025.
The year.